Hey guys, welcome back and happy November. I seriously cannot believe October is over, Halloween is over, and I'm so happy because coming up with Halloween tutorials is so stressful to me, so I'm glad I survived it and we can move on to the holiday season. And being that it is November and it is Thanksgiving month, I wanted to do something to give back to you guys because I am so appreciative and so thankful for all your love and support that you guys constantly show me. So I decided in the month of November, each week, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for you guys. Yay! Just to show you guys how much I love you and to say thank you, and I think you guys deserve it. So before I jump into today's video, I just wanted to announce this week's giveaway, and I'm going to try and announce them in the first video of the week. So usually I'll announce it on a Tuesday or Wednesday. And this week's giveaway has a little bit of a theme, a little bit of a two-faced theme. So let me show you guys what this week's winner will get. And also, all the information on how to enter and all that good stuff will be included in the description box. And the only real rule to enter is that you have to, of course, be a subscriber of my channel, which I know all of you guys are, right? So the first thing you're going to get in this week's giveaway is the full set of lip injection glosses from Too Faced. I mentioned Spice Girl is one of my all-time favorites. I love these. They're so good. You're going to get a Professional by Benefit, which is an amazing primer. You're gonna get the two-step shaping and highlighting crayon by Soap and Glory. This is really similar to Highbrow, so you just apply it underneath your brow to lift and brighten that brow bone up. You're also gonna get the Too Faced Totally Cute palette and two different shades of the Too Faced Brow Quickie Brow Gel, Universal Taupe and Universal Brunette. So that is this week's giveaway. Good luck to you guys, and I don't know when I'll announce the winner, but if you're watching this, it's included in the description box. So now on to today's video. I know it's been a while since I've done a Quick Tip Tuesday. Don't think I forgot you guys. I don't know what happened there. So I thought it was about time that I did another Quick Tip Tuesday, and being that it is the holiday season, I know a lot of people are probably searching for new jobs, or even with the new year, people are looking for a career change. And every time I talk about my career path as a makeup artist, I get a ton of questions about how I got all my jobs with all these makeup brands, because for those of you who don't know, I have worked for quite a bit or variety of makeup brands. Let me try and name them all. Hopefully I don't forget any. I've worked for MAC, NARS, Giorgio Armani Beauty, YSL Beauty, Bobbi Brown. I feel like I'm missing one. I worked for Perricone, which is a skincare line, which is also why I know so much about, or so much, why I am slightly more informed in the skincare world. And because I've worked for so many different brands and a lot of you guys asked questions about it, I figured I would make this week's Quick Tip Tuesday about how to land your first job with a makeup brand. So just some tips that I have found helpful and that really helped me in landing those jobs. And because I've worked for so many, I figured I might have some knowledge that will be useful to you guys if you're looking for a job with a makeup brand. So if you guys are interested and want to hear some tips on how to land that job, keep on watching. All right, guys, tip number one would be to familiarize yourself with the brands you want to apply to. So do a little research, whether it be NARS, MAC, Bobbi Brown, Laura Mercier, whatever it is. Just look up their website, see what their brand image is, see some of their products, some of their images, so you get a sense for their makeup style, because a lot of the times when you're initially meeting someone from the brand, even when you're just handing them their resume, they tend to ask questions about their brand, like, why do you want to work for Bobbi Brown? What's your favorite product? What do you love about MAC? And if you don't have any answers for those, they'll look at you like, do you even want to work here? I don't understand. So just do a little bit of research. It doesn't take much time, and just really get to know the brand that you'll be applying to. For tip number two, I would say know what position it is that you want within the brand. I can only speak for counters and boutiques. I never worked on the corporate side, but know what position you want and the end goal from it, because I find that whenever you meet someone from the brand, even before the interview, it's something that they will always ask. And if you don't have a specific answer for that, it gets really awkward really quick, because I don't think they want to hear you say, I just want to work for you guys, or I just want the job. They want to know that you have sort of like an end goal with the brand. For me, when I was working for the brands, I used to think that my end goal was I wanted to be a trainer, one of their national trainers. So if you work for MAC and you're a trainer, you're one of the people that go around and train on the products, how to use them, tips and tricks, which I think is where I get my natural sense of like teaching, is because I wanted to be one of the trainers for all these brands I worked for. So whenever I met someone from a brand, it was always, I want to be a makeup artist, and long-term goal, I eventually want to be one of the national artists or national trainers for the brand. It always looks impressive when you have, you know, big things to say before the interview. For tip number 3, I would say find out when the manager or someone at a higher level is in store so you can physically meet them rather than just submit your resume to anyone. So what I always did was I would pick a day, I would dress up, not super fancy, like not like a suit or anything like that, but I would wear all black and just look really clean and nice, have my makeup done perfectly. I would take extra time on my makeup that day. And I would go to all the stores and ask for a manager. The smarter thing to do, which I did sometimes or I eventually learned to do, was to just call the store and find out when that person would be in. So that way I knew when to go in versus, you know, spending a whole day going to stores and then having the manager not be there and then having to come back and redo my makeup again and look nice again. So if you can, call before and, you know, just simply ask, I just want to inquire if you are hiring, and if so, do you know when your manager will be in store so I can come in and drop off my resume? And usually the people are really nice and they'll give you an answer. I know I always did when people called. So definitely go into a store looking nice, clean, bomb makeup, resume in hand when the manager is in store. And that leads me to tip number 4, or I believe it's tip number 4. I'm not sure at this point, so I'm going to stop counting now. But this is sort of an insider tip because I don't even know how I stumbled upon this position, but a lot of people don't know that there is such a thing as a freelance position where you jump around from different stores and counters. And this is different from being Mac freelance or freelance for like a specific store. There are account executives for each brand that manage a region, and they do the hiring for the freelance artists, which then require you to jump around from counter to counter, store to store within that region. So I did that for Bobbi Brown, Giorgio Armani, YSL. Those jobs, I wasn't at a set store. I would bounce around depending on when they needed me. So my insider tip, looping this all back in, is call all your local Sephoras and whichever brand it is that you want to work for, call and ask when the account executive will be in that store or when they will be having their next event, because that account executive for that brand is the one that does all the hiring for the freelance stuff. So let's just use NARS, for example. I would call Sephora and say, hi, when will the NARS rep be in store? Or when will they be having their next event? So that way you can show up that day and find that person and inquire about a freelance position. Because I think they're kind of harder jobs to get just because it's hard to find out who does the hiring for that and find out, basically just find the person. But this is sort of like an insider scoop. So if you want a freelance position, which I think was really fun because every day was different. You were at a different store every day, new people. As long as you don't have a region that's too big, because I did have one job that required me to travel like 2 hours. I think it was like all the way to Palm Springs. But I think that job was really fun. And a lot of people don't know about that. They think that they have to work at a certain counter at a store all the time. They don't know about the freelance position. So definitely inquire about those. Another random tip that just popped up in my mind has to do with availability. And this is something that whenever someone would walk up to talk to the manager initially, so it wasn't even like the interview, they were just meeting the person for the first time, and I could just hear them crashing and burning, and I would just be like, no, what are you doing? And it has to do with availability. So often, initially when you're meeting someone from the brand, they'll ask, what's your availability like? Always say that you are 100% available. It's gonna suck, but you're gonna have to take one for the team and give up those Saturdays and Sundays. It really sucks. Trust me, I've been there. I've gone an entire year without a weekend, but it led to better things, I promise. So initially, say you are 100% available, and then maybe after the first 6 months, start being a little more picky with your schedule, start giving dates where you're unavailable. But especially if you're gonna take a freelance position, always say you're 100% available, even if you're not, But that they want to hear those words that you are 100% available initially, just so you get in the door. Because if you say you're not and you immediately start saying, oh, I'm not available Saturdays and Sundays, they're just going to give you the axe right away. I promise you. It happens every time. And I would see people come in and I would hear them say, oh, but I can't work Saturdays. And I'm like, I'll never see you again. And my final tip for you guys is to just be confident. Nothing speaks louder than confidence. So if you walk in and you're like, I'm a makeup artist, I want this job, this is why you want to hire me, and you will get the job. I think when I first started out, I was really nervous and really scared just because it was a whole new world to me and I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So I think whenever I spoke about being a makeup artist, I wasn't that confident. I think even Kyle would call me out and he's like, whenever people ask what you do for work, you always say, I'm just a makeup artist, and you don't sound proud of it. So I think just be really confident in your skills, even if you're just starting out, but you know you're a great makeup artist and you're gonna go far. Just really emphasize that to the person and just, lock eyes with them and show them that you're a confident person and that they want to hire you, because it really shows when you're not confident and you're nervous or you're not sure of your own skills. But know that you are a great artist and that you will succeed in that position. So just own that confidence and go in there and kill it. And that concludes this video. I hope you guys found it informative. I truly just want to help you guys get that job because I didn't know where to start and I crashed and burned many times before landing that first job. All these tips have to do with just that initial introduction and getting your foot in the door and getting noticed and getting that interview. None of these tips have to do with, what to do during the interview or during the makeup test, which is the scariest part of the whole thing. So definitely let me know if you guys want to see a video on how to nail the makeup test or the makeup interview portion when getting a job with a makeup brand, because I can guarantee that every brand will have a makeup test, and I have gone through them all. And they are so nerve-wracking. I think I thought I bombed my MAC one. It was terrible. I mean, the girl's eyeliner that I did, it looked like a drooping swan. Like, it was the saddest eyeliner I had ever seen on someone. So let me know if you guys would like to see that, because I think a lot of the videos that are currently out there are sort of outdated. They're not anything new. So let me know and I will get a friend to do the makeup test on, and I will go through every little tip and trick I can think of to help you guys pass that, because I want to help you guys nail that first job. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I love you guys. Don't forget to enter the giveaway, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.